Welcome to a new day in Empyrion Galactic Survival. In this part, what I want to do is carry on exploring the planet. In the last part, we came west a long way. We found this area of radioactivity which contains pentaxid, not pemtaxid. That's badly spelled. I also found some promethium when I was exploring this whole area off camera. And I also found a drone, but I haven't taken on the drone. One, because I'm not really equipped for it, and two, it's not necessary. At the moment, the drone can live there in quite splendid isolation. I will be back for it. And just to give you guys a bit of an update, this is what I picked up off camera. So I've got 94 promethium, 52 pentaxids, 15 cobalt, and a little bit of silicon, a little bit of iron, a little bit of stone. I think what we can do is shove the gold. I'm not sure where the gold came from, but that can go there. I just want to pull these out as well because I want to do a few things while we're actually out exploring. So they come here. I'm just going to put this in the bottom here, and of course we're going to shove some stuff in the fridge, and I think that fiber can go back to the container controller. And so what I want to do now is do a few things before we get out and explore. The first thing I want to do is unlock a multi-tool, because we're going to need that, because I got a little bit too close to that drone and I took a little bit of damage, so I made repair. Also, now I've got a multi-tool, where one of the things we'll be doing is rebuilding this ship straight away. Now what you will see here is there is a drill here. Now if any of you guys who played pre-Alpha 10, this is the tier 2 drill, because the tier 1 drills was replaced by the survival tool. Now I'm not going to unlock that just at the moment because I don't really feel the need for a tier 2 drill at the moment. The survival tool is quite adequate for what I'm doing at the moment. And more importantly, it doesn't actually consume resources. So what I'm going to do first is we're going to start off by making that multi-tool. We'll make a few charges. Actually, I could do with some additional weapons. And when I've got this assault rifle, I mean, it'd be nice to have the sniper rifle. I mean, I'm not really a big user of the pistol, so I don't know I'm going to do it. I think what I will do is unlock the sniper rifle, and we'll make a sniper rifle as well. I mean, that'll give me a bit more of a ranged attack should I need it. And make some. What's that? That's 15. So if we make about 3 of those, probably could do a couple more shotgun shells as well. Now, what I'm thinking, guys, is to go northwest up into this area here and keep running with the daylight so we can get maximum area here. Now, what I'm really looking for is a good place to build my first base now. Either that or a POI like I did in the previous, when I was playing Alpha 10 Experimental, where I actually found that junkyard so that I could rebuild the ship. And what we're going to do is just push off this way across here, and ideally what I would like is a water position that we can build a base in the water, because that's the first base I would like to build. Now, one thing I will say, guys, is I'm in this arid area here, and in this early stage of the game, if you fly across an arid area, take advantage to grab any alien thorn that you see, because this is some good medication. I'm just going to grab that. Let's just grab that, and also any herbal leaves if you see them. Some silicon, lots of silicon around on this planet. I'm certainly going to grab the herbal leaves, and there's some little bit of. And I'm quite happily running around here without a weapon, which is probably not a very good idea. Now, the reason I'm collecting alien thorn is because I do want to make some medication, and more importantly, it's good for XP. And I think if in the early game, if you do collect a lot of it, that can normally, as long as you don't get yourself killed on a routine basis, it does give you the resources to get out and do the things you want. I'm a bit worried then, I thought they were dinosaurs. And of course the noiseless creatures in the game are some of the most harmless. I think if we head back into that arid area and see what we can find. Some more alien thorn over there. Grab that. I'm just going to keep building up our medical reserves, because now with Alpha 10 you really do need some cure for dermal parasites and items like that. You're going to go into a POI that's got the screaming abdabs and other creatures in it, because they can be a little bit contagious now. And if you haven't got the medication, any illness you develop can run wild very, very quickly. I'm just going to keep grabbing this area here. I know I'm not really making the progress I was hoping for, but we're okay. There's some more here. There's a whole nice big crop here, so we're just going to drop out here, grab that, grab the... It's all good XP. There's some more alien thorn there. Grab that, grab that. There's nothing else around here. Okay. Grab this. Hopefully by now the multi-tool will be finished. And yeah, we've got the multi-tool. Can't seem to drop things onto this bar anymore. It's a little bit annoying. I'm just going to pick up some extra shotgun shells. Don't really need the water. I'm not sure why I'm lugging that around. Probably carrying way too much ammunition as well. This now. I'll sort out the control bar in a minute. What I do want to do now is just switch to the fridge, because wait, I haven't put the... So let's just get this in here. I think the purified water can go in here. We'll put a bit of fibre in here just as well, because there are some items that do need fibre. So what we want is med kits. Certainly we got a couple of... maybe we'll make a couple of those, one of those. And we got no alien tooth, but of course we got alien tooth. Where is it? Here on the vehicle. Here's it. And we'll drop these in here as well. Just put them in the fridge so that we can make some. And got plant protein. I think what was it? That's cure dermal burns. That's dermal parasites. I think we'll have 2 of those. And this is against... This is infected bird derma. I'm trying to find the one that's actually good against endoparasites. That's the one. So we need more confetti moss scrapings. I'm sure we can solve that problem. Anyway, let's just get exploring, guys. I'm aware that this may not be the most interesting videos to watch. What will happen is, if I don't find much, I will chop sections out. Well, I'm just wandering around, but at the same time, I do want to show you guys exactly what I'm doing. We don't need the vegetable protein at the moment. We're just going to keep heading in this direction here. There's some lakes to the north. Now that could be encouraging. Let's just curve back north and east and check. There seems to be quite a lot of lakes in this area. Maybe that's under a mountain. I don't really want to get into the mountains, so maybe we'll stick with north and west, I think. Keep going down here. More alien thorn there. Some potential raptors there, so we're going to have to be a little bit quick on our feet here. Here they come. Oh, they came in quick. There's some spiders there. I don't want to fight the spiders, because if I start fighting the spiders, the raptors will be on me. I mean, I don't mind mixing it, but there are limits. There's a lake over here, which could be interesting. What I'm looking for is a lake with a reasonable island in it, which I could build a base on. I mean, that would be great if I could find something like that, so that with, say, an island with deep water around it, which we could then make deeper, And then we can, but I don't want the island to be too big because I want to be able to build out off the islands so that we can put in some solid defenses. I'm just going to grab that. I mean, that's what I'm thinking of, guys. I think we're just going to go west. These, yeah, they're the unfriendly type. There's a lot of raptors up here. We're just going to keep going west and see what's to the west of us. Hopefully by now, let me just have a quick look. Just go back to, just pick up a little bit of that. That can go in. We got some of that, and we got one antibiotic. Now the next thing I want to do is change this back to container controller front and back, because what I want to do is turn some of this stuff into ingots. So, well, 1, 2, 3, 4. Do an extra one for luck. Whack in about 20 of those, and we've got, well, we can do. Ingots are lighter than ore, so that's the reason I'm doing it. There's a crawler there. So we're just going to keep pushing this way. More alien thorn there. Pop off and grab that. Just keep it all rolling in quite nicely. And just go off across this arid area here. There's a lot of silicon laying around, but I'm not seeing any iron. That's stone, isn't it? Yeah, I'm not really seeing the other resources. It says there's 2 resources to the west now. There's some more. Actually, some iron there. What I'm going to do is just grab that and put it there. Now, I've just suddenly decided I need to collect some iron ore, because what I might want to do is make another portable constructor. And actually, there's silicon there as well. Just grab that. Don't really need it. It's just, well, we might as well grab it when there's an opportunity. We'll grab a little bit of crushed stone as well, because we're going to need that to build a base. Right, so it's west and north. We need to go that way a little bit. There's the unfriendly raptors again. I mean, what I would like to do is put a harvester on the front, then we can have some fun with the raptors by actually shooting them. So we found a small silicon deposit. Yeah, that's pretty good. Not brilliant, but it could be useful. What I want is some copper. Can't resist the alien tooth. Grab that. Not alien tooth, alien thorn. There's some more here. Because I know some of you guys are thinking, why is he so obsessed with alien thorn? Well, because what I've always found is that as the game progresses, you suddenly want to make some fairly advanced medication that needs alien thorn, and then you've got to try and find it in some arid part of the planet. And by just grabbing it is when you see it, just makes that life easier. So we found some copper, and there's still something to the west. We found silicon, copper. They're not big deposits, so that's a small deposit. That's a small deposit. It's not going to win any awards, but it's going to increase the potential for this area. And we're just going to keep driving west. There's some mushrooms there. Let's just pick some mushrooms as well. And I mean, if we can find an iron mine here, that would make life a little bit interesting. We'll just pick up the spices as well, so we can get a bit of variety in our food. I know we can't get that much variety until I got a base set up, but I do want to set the base up at a fairly ideal location. And And I'm going to be completely honest, I'm not in that much of a rush, because since Alpha 10 came out, the need to rush and build a base doesn't seem to be so important, as opposed to exploring and developing the hover vehicle, or eventually a small vessel. Although the small vessel's a bit more trickier, because small vessels tend to need a base to build the higher level stuff, where the hover vehicle you can... Ow, how did I get into there? I mean, I didn't even touch the keyboard. Let's grab some more spices. I'm just going to keep going west. Actually, just what we will do is do this into the fridge. Have a quick look at the container controller. Looks like we've turned all the ores into ingots. We got 30 cobalt ingots. That's going to be useful. Right, we found a lake here. There's a... do I really want to go and kill a Mr. Blobby? Reload. Get in really good. Aha. A little bit of silicon there. Just grab that as well. Sit on down on the ground. I mean, we should be doing quite well for level now. What we were level 9, actually easier to do it this way. Stats, yeah, we're doing okay here, guys. And we got the medication, that there. I think what we're going to do is just push out a little bit more. We'll make a few more of these. Just so that we don't run out of fuel. We got half an hour of fuel, so it's not a problem. Right, whatever was of interest is to the north of us, so let's just go this way. Right, we found a crash DSE front, but it looks very much like it's going to be underwater. Also, we sent getting to there. Nah. It had to be underwater, didn't it? Okay. I don't think I'm going to bother with that. One, because I don't really want to go underwater, and two, I can't carry much more with this ship, so I've got to find somewhere where I can put down and at the very least rebuild the ship, put some extra thrusters on. That's what I'm really looking for. Unless, of course, we can find a great base location. There's the old pteropod sinking in back into the water again. This looks like, I mean, how far are we? This 16. I mean, we could just keep going west and circumnavigate the planet. Well, maybe that could be an option. And then that we can get back to where our original base was. Whoops. We dropped into the water there. I'm not sure what caused that. There was, I've got a feeling it's because we crossed the center line here. Yeah, I think that's what caused that. There's some copper there. Just want to pick up that copper because yeah, there's a pteropod here. Actually, if I got a bit of copper. Okay, I need a little bit of iron ore. There's some iron ore there. I just want to make another portable constructor. The reason I'm making a second portable constructor is if the ship gets a little bit overloaded on this journey, what I can do is drop the resources down and things. So we should now be able to, yeah, let's make that portable constructor. I'm going to put the meat in the fridge. Don't want to waste it. We got resources. We're a little bit hungry, so There's definitely some nice lakes in this on this planet. There's a pteropod. Just some purple leaves here as well. So we just want to pick up a few more of these. Maybe a little bit of iron, seeing it's right next to there. We'll just grab that. So the main interest is how that's a nice big clump of purple leaves here. Certainly going to grab these. That's going to open up even more medication. And of course, what we might find here is some confetti moss scrapings as well, which will allow me to make some more antibiotics and stuff. Got some grain, not exactly something we're going to need a large quantity of. I mean, grain's no longer so important as it was back in Alpha 9, when you needed grain to make the carbon substrate. I'm just going to grab some more of this. Where's the confetti moss scrapings? There's a little bit of copper there. Grab that. Well, things are coming along. Yeah, I mean, we're doing quite well for the medical supplies there. Some more there. I'm just going to grab that. Actually, looks like there might be some. Let's grab that. That looks very much like rocks. Great, thank you. And it's all silicon. We can grab a little bit of silicon. See, there's two side by side. The trouble is, I don't really want to overload the ship. Come on, where's the confetti moss scrapings? Maybe if I go slightly further inland, we can. Let's just see if we can find it. More herbal leaves here. Grab that. And of course, it's all good XP. Every time you pick something up, it's 100 points. There we are. This. There we are. More over here. Grab that. And some mushrooms. That's looking good. I mean, we've got a little bit off of where we're going, but I think this is worth doing, guys, and I do emphasize it. I mean, we'll just come here. So we've got, yeah, and let's have a quick check. Let's hook back to the constructor, put you back onto the fridge, fan bottom, and see what we can get here. Yep. So where is it? The one I'm after, not radiation poisoning. This is the one I'm really after, which is the anti-parasitic pills. We're going to make about 3 of those. That's something you're definitely going to need should you decide to go into a something like the abandoned factory, something like that, because if you get sideswiped, get given parasites or something like that, you can't cure them, you will die. Prophet of doom. If you can't cure yourself, you will die. Grab herbs and go away. Yeah, we're not going to tangle that boat hose, idiot. See, let's just have a look here. Got an assault rifle. I don't really need the chainsaw now. Got a shotgun, assault rifle. Let's swap things around a bit. I don't really need the bike. I can see you. Have the sniper rifle. Actually, let's swap that there. Put the multi-tool there. So we've got a couple of antibiotic injections, which you can make with the base, but at the same time you still need the confetti moss scrapings and the other items to make it. So you still need to collect the stuff. Natural medicine. Good. I'm going to grab that. Just keep preparing. And we're just going to keep pushing west. see iron there. Actually, I really like this lake here. I mean, this could be a useful base. I mean, I don't know whether there's going to be any advantages now to building a base into the side of a mountain overlooking a lake. Right, we found an unknown artifact. That could be. So going west seems to be paying off. Let's just keep moving this way. The problem again is it's the question of loot. Oh great, got 2 pteropods here. Maybe not such a good idea trying to pick that. I know I want herbal leaves, but I'm not that desperate. I mean, this is a good medical area here. Right, so this is 130 this way. We're going to go and check out. Yeah, I mean, there is a... Let's just show you if I get in here. I'm just going to use the drone. Now, up in here, there is a vault, but the trouble is there will be creatures there, and the problem's getting up to it. You've got to jump up through here. And more importantly, yes, there could be some good loot in there, but I can't carry it. And this is the issue at the moment. So we're just going to leave that again. So we've got that marked on there. We've got mountains in front of us now. We're going to have to try and get over the mountains. I mean, I could curve away slightly southwest. Hello guys. I mean, can I get up over this mountain? It's pretty steep. And some natural sweetener there. When how am I off first natural sweetener? We're not that brilliantly overloaded, so maybe if I can catch some of that as well. Of course, we're now away from the water, so we probably won't get any more confetti moss scrapings or anything like that. Yeah, I think we'll just find our way through the trees here, guys. Hello, this is Talon. Yep. That means we could be close to some more Talon territory. Actually, haven't seen any spiders yet. Haven't had my usual fix of spider killing. Actually, there's a little bit of a... We can probably get... Oh, that's a nice open area here. Get a bit of momentum. We should be able to get up over these lower foothills here. Yep. Right, it says north and west. We could go slightly northwest, I think. Though this is going to be trees, which is something I'm not particularly that enthusiastic about. Flying through trees can kind of have its issues. But we may bump into some spiders. Let's have a quick look at the mission. Right, we can activate that mission again. And what is my standing with yeah, we got to work a little bit more on that. So if we keep doing the mission, right, it says there's 2 items to the west now. We're just going west. I mean, this is a good combination. This is worth getting out the ship for. Get some spices and some natural sweetener. I don't think I've got that much in the way of plant protein. Actually, what I wouldn't mind doing is small constructor. I wouldn't mind knocking out a couple of bandages as well. It's split to the south and west, so we go this way. I mean, we're coming up on a lake again as well, and I'm going to be a little bit, well, some more moss scraping, and that is going to be natural stimulant. I'm not normally a big fan of natural stimulant, but remember now where I've moved the survival tool to. Oops. Grab a little bit more copper. And we're in the area. For some reason that is changed to the west. Just gonna skirt around this lake here. I mean, again, something like this could be useful if it went out a bit further, because we could build a base out here. Whoops. And then maybe dig a trench across the end. So maybe that might be better than an island. Let's just, I think we'll just head for that area there. Now this has got potential, great potential. I think we're going to fly down here. Now there's looks like there's plenty of resources around here. I think this is going to be worth exploring. These little islands here could provide a base as long as there was a supply of iron, copper and silicon around here. What we're going to do is we're going to fly south and see what we can find. There's like an inlet here. Cutting in. It says there's 2 to the north, 1 to the south. I think we'll go north. And I've hit a tree. It's the pteropod. Right, we're going to go north and see what's north to the north. And we're just going to see if we can scope across the lake here. And we're just going to head due north. There's some shallow water here. And it says north and west now. We're just going to go this way. I mean, if you see that peak there, I mean, about building a base on top of that. Right, we found a crashed sentinel rear. And that's actually now. How about this for a possible base location, guys? Now, this looks good. Let me just land. Yeah, turn the thrusters off. 43% fuel. Let's have a quick. Yeah, I can hear the pteropod. Now this could be a very good base location. There's going to be, I know, got some deep water around us. Lost contact by drone. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, I'm actually liking this, guys. I'm going to tag this as a base location. Waypoint. And we're going to call this a water base. That's it. I mean, it's about the right size for a pretty reasonable sized base. I mean, yes, that any attacks can come over the hills and mountains, but if with the deep water around us, this could be a very good place to test out the theory about a defensible water base. So yeah, we're certainly going to have that. And what we're going to do is back into the end. We've got a potential source of resources here. We've got a crashed sentinel. So we can. Right, let's just get into here. Access, change, planning controller, outputs. You're telling me that I don't have the resources to make computers. I've got no copper. Where's all my copper gone then? Wow, I didn't realise that, guys. Okay. I don't really want to start deconstructing this until I can core it. Right, what we're going to do now is we're going to explore this immediate area just to see what's going on. I'm also aware of the time, guys. So what we're going to do is have a quick skate round here. Got an old tower. That's not going to be that much use, because the only real downside around here is the absence of resources, which could be a bit of a problem. Yeah, there's some copper there. We're effectively caught in this area here. Yeah. We're just gonna have to have the copper up. I'm just going to keep going north for the moment. It says there's something up here. Hello, insects. I think that's natural. That's natural stimulant, yeah. It's just checking. Yeah, these mountains are going to be a little bit of a problem. I don't think there's anything in this old tower worth looting. Have a quick check. I think it's just a structure, but we could take it apart for resources. What we're going to call container controller. Because I don't have a lot in the way of space. Some there. Right in the fridge. Just oops. Change to the multi-tool. I think we'll just go salvage mode. Do you think you can reload? You can get some glass here. We can just pull out a little bit here. And what I'm going to do is be a bit sneaky. There's an antenna on the roof. Suddenly, oops, no. What we're going to do is go first. That's going to give us some computers and some items. I think we'll just go salvage mode. I think what we're going to do is be a bit sneaky here, guys. What I'm going to do is just take out this area here. Like this. Look out this here, like this. And what I'm going to do is just go to controller 1, hook up here. Then what we can do is just grab that. And that should have given me a whole raft of what we call it, some steel plates. We've got 616 steel plates, and my ship is probably now well and truly overloaded. I'm just going to pull away, and I've lost the vision. Yeah, I don't know, we're not that heavily overloaded. So we've now got a nice big pile of steel plates for some base building. Some copper here we most definitely do need. I'm just going to flip back to here. I'm just going to grab that. Had to stop for a little bit of a cough. And what I'm going to do now is we're going to head back to the water base, because I'm definitely going to build something here. I really like the idea of that. And what we're going to do is get back to here. I mean, can I actually make a core now? Yes, we can make a core. Just going to put that there. For some reason I'm in the water. And I'm not going to loot out that sentinel in this part, guys, but I'll save that to the next part. What I want to do is just turn off the thrusters here. We're losing the light anyway. And what we're going to do is deploy a portable constructor here as well. And it's not going to let me. I'm pretty sure if I don't know if this will actually work. Nope, it won't. What we're going to do is drop some of this stuff. Actually, the computer can go into the ship. And what we're going to do is pick out that. That can then we'll break the link and shove that in there. I'm going to hook out nothing else of great use here. Or we can just put the steel plates in here so that I don't weigh the ship down. And just while I'm doing the outro, guys, we're just going to wander around. I'm just going to pick up this silicon, clear the island in preparation. Unfortunately, I don't think I've got a base starter kit with me, so we'll have to make one. Nothing here. Nothing else. There's a bit more over here. We'll certainly take that. Rain there, which we will do, and just pick up the chainsaw. We might as well clear the trees as well. I'm just going to clear off these resources. This is going to be our home. We will set up the iron chainsaw. Yes, I can hear you, Mr. Pteropod. And some copper there. Anyway, guys, you can see what I'm doing. This is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found it interesting. If you don't think that me building a base on this island is a particularly very good idea, feel free to chuck it in the comments. But I think it's going to work, and at the very least it's going to be an experiment in what we need to do. Put it this way, I think from a water perspective, if I can't defend a base here, then no other water-based base is not going to work. So this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found it interesting. And until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.